Hello, good morning, welcome in friends. How are we doing today? Yeah, hi. Oh man, we got a busy kitchen already this morning. Bonkman first as always, thank you. Good morning, Dust. Oh, you're excited for the zucchini fritters. I'm excited for them too. Hi, Titan. There's our first three. Hi, Greek, Mythical. Welcome back, birds. Welcome back. And we got a new follow as well. Dark Snake. And Demis, hi, good to see you today as well. And Bone Dry and Cerebellum. Hello guys, good to see you. Any leftover pork? So, half of it.
2 full shoulders left.
You know when I asked Sammy at like 7 o'clock in the morning, are you sure I need to cook all those?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, It'll be good. Yeah, we only used 2 out of the 4 that we cooked. So yeah, come on over if you need a snack. But what I said yesterday to Sam, I was like, maybe this could be something that we can vacuum seal for people or like pack up and they take home and reheat for themselves. So like a pound of pulled pork for X amount of dollars with barbecue sauce. Like open up the bag, put it in the slow cooker and you go to work, or like put in the slow cooker for probably an hour just to heat it up for yourself. Easy mode. So I was like, even though we have leftovers, I don't think it's gonna go to waste. I mean, we'll never let that happen, right? Yeah, we should have loaded up on more plates. Exactly. You're sad you missed yesterday's stream? Oh, it was a long one, Mythical, but it was so, so good. What was Paul's message last night? Like a couple hours after we saw him pick up the food.
So good, I couldn't stop eating.
He's like, it was so, 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 so good. I couldn't stop eating and now I can't move. We're like, well, that settles that, I guess. It was great. Yeah, exactly. Bone dry leftovers. Hello. Well, we only have 2 leftover buns though. That's the thing. So we gave 3 buns to Zach and we both had a bun already because it's too delicious. The dog's gonna eat well. Yeah, exactly. Most posts. Bonkman, you made some red hot cinnamon candy applesauce. Oh, make some. What?
That sounds pretty tasty.
So I despise cinnamon hearts, but Sam's into it. Dad, what? 26 months with the pups. He also got a plate last night, so thank you parents for also supporting our small endeavor. The pork was amazing. And how are the buns? Okay, so he's type 2 diabetic and I've been like experimenting with the breads that I've been giving him and stuff. How did it go? Like, how are your numbers? Both could only eat half of the plates. Perfect. Well, yeah, leftovers, right? Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so a more simple meal going down today, guys, is I like to keep Sundays a little bit shorter because, well, if you were yesterday with us all day, that was 9 hours in itself. So let's take some time to ourselves with the rest of the day, get this done, have a little bit of good lunch, and I think Sam and I are gonna go for a bike ride later. I know we've been saying that every day this week, but today is the day. We were pretty pooped after yesterday. I ended up having a quick little nap after dinner. All right, so we have 2 recipes to view as well. So buttermilk spring chicken from Bon Appetit. I took some inspiration from this one, let's say. So we brined our chicken yesterday in the buttermilk, and as well as the buttermilk in the marinade, there was lemon zest, a very interesting one, sesame oil that we are very intrigued by, and then black pepper. So lemon, pepper, sesame oil, and buttermilk, as well as salt. Just a touch of salt with the chicken. So that's been brining since, well, right before we finished yesterday's stream. And it should yield us a very tender and juicy chicken. Good morning, Cheese. How's it going, man? I have to say, all of those pizzas that I just viewed on Instagram, wow. That Sicilian, yeah, I'll just like face plant right into that, dude. So good looking. Like, that's so awesome, man. Also, cheers, guys. Yes. I had a little bit of sleep in today, so we are still working on our coffee. Hi, Snake Eye, good to see you. Okay, so the chicken has been marinated, and this is not a secret thing. Like, buttermilk chicken has been done for a long, long time, but typically you do that when you're gonna fry it up. Well, we're gonna be doing something different today and just roasting it. And it says that we're gonna still get like this beautiful golden brown crispy skin, so we'll see what happens. I'm so interested. Dinner last night was a Mediterranean food restaurant. Hummus, baba ganoush, labna, sambusek. I don't know what that one is. Kibbeh, falafel, and kebabs. Did you just like get a platter? Because that's probably what Sam and I would do too. Just get like the biggest platter you can, and then yeah, leftovers, so good from that too. The buns were awesome. Should have checked the numbers, but he forgot to. It's the weekend, right? Be sure to check today and let you know. Oh yeah, because you're eating the rest of the sandwich. Sweet. It was a combo set meal. Can I ask how much that combo was? Yeah, it sounds unreal, right, guys? Thanks for making me hungry already. Okay, so also, along with our Bon Appetit recipe, it's from one of my favorite chefs. She's kind of like been up and coming in the last few years or so. Salmon Nosrat. I hope I'm saying that right. And she also has a series on Netflix. Is it Salt, Acid, Heat? Something along those lines. But I absolutely adore her as a chef. She is just an awesome person. So this recipe is from her. Super pumped about that. But she also only did it with chicken legs. So we're doing a whole chicken today. So it might take just a little bit longer to cook our chicken. Salt, fat, acid, heat. Thank you, Snake Eye DIY. Coming in with the facts. And she has a podcast. Yes. I haven't picked up her book yet either. So bad for me, even though my bookshelf is so full. I can't stuff any more in it anyways. But absolutely lovely chef. Okay, so we've already done the first few steps for the chicken, which was the marination process. And then she says preheat the oven to 475 Fahrenheit. 475 Fahrenheit. Says let the chicken sit out at room temp while the oven comes up to the right temperature. So because we're doing a whole chicken, probably take it out about an hour or so before we plan to cook, because it will take that long to like warm up. And then we want it to warm up so that it cooks very evenly as well. It's not good to like put cold meat into a pan when you start to cook it. It's always going to be juicier if you start with it a little bit warmed up. So for instance, if we are cooking in a restaurant, this is something that is done like all the time. So you order all of your courses at the same time, right? So the bill comes in. Okay, so we start cooking the appetizers, but we can see what you've ordered for your mains. And typically, unless it's fish, like any type of chicken, beef, pork, that piece of meat is getting pulled out. So it can sit out for like the next 20 minutes or so to warm up slowly while you're eating your appetizer, and then you don't have a cold piece of meat going into the pan. So it's done in restaurants. There's a reason why it's done that way. So try it out at home, guys. I know it sounds weird to like leave your meat out on the counter, but don't be afraid. So max 1 hour, I would say, before you plan to cook it, do that. Okay, she says line a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper or foil just to make the cleanup easier. I can see this being pretty messy when we go to bake it just because of the buttermilk cooking onto the pan. And then set a wire rack inside. So the chicken's gonna be popped above the sheet pan so we get air circulation above and below. And that's how you get crispy skin. Yeah, bringing the meat to room temp sounds like something you learn in culinary school. It is, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys, Greek. It's just another like simple little step that will yield a little bit better result in the end. Okay, once we have our sheet pan prepared, remove the chicken from the marinade, let the excess marinade drip off, and then we wanna place the chicken skin side up. So we'll do like breast side up. But I might also kind of like turn the chicken as it's roasting in the oven to get proper browning. We'll see. We'll see how it roasts up. This is a first for us. So while that is cooking, she says it should take about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna say for our whole chicken, probably closer to like 45 minutes. And then we rest it for about 15 to 20. So give yourselves at least 1 hour to get the chicken cooked if you're gonna do it whole. You just saw something about this on Quora, room temp meat versus slightly chilled meat. Both cooked the same way. Preference was to the slightly chilled as they said it was juicier. Oh, look at this, Bonkman. Are we breading the chicken? We are not. We are not breading the chicken. Just leaving it in all of its glory. You could though, like you could now take this chicken and deep fry it. Of course that would be delicious. Okay, so while the chicken is roasting in the oven, it says heat olive oil in a skillet, and then we are going to start slowly cooking our leeks down. And that's gonna take about 20 minutes or so until they're nice and soft, and then the leeks will be nice and golden brown. And then we just have a little quick dressing to make up as well. So it's a chive and buttermilk dressing, just a little dipping sauce for the chicken afterwards. Okay, second recipe, our zucchini feta fritters. This one's from Savor. Another one of my favorite food magazines because it's more about like traveling and food. So I like all the stories that they have in there. It says these plump pan-fried fritters are perfect for early fall or, you know, summertime when the zucchini is popping in the garden. So yeah, whether it's early fall or summertime, whenever you have extra zucchini, this is a great way to use it up. While they're most traditionally served as snacks with drinks as part of a meze spread, so basically what Bonkman just ate, they make a good light counterpoint to heavier, meatier dishes. Serve warm or at room temperature. You're allergic to beets, Greek? Whoa! I don't think I've ever met anyone that's been allergic to beets. They destroy you. Yeah, you might want to stay away then. Okay, our fritters. So the first thing we're going to have to do is grate the zucchinis and then salt it and let it start to drain the liquid out of there. We don't want to make the mistake of not letting the zucchini drain out, because then when you go to cook your fritters, all of that liquid that's still in there, it will just make them fall apart. So we want to let the zucchini drain of the excess liquid in there, and then we'll squeeze it out, and then we can mix it with the binder, so eggs, flour, there is scallions, garlic, coriander, paprika in there, black pepper, and of course feta. Stir all of that up, and then we can start to shallow fry it in a pan. So probably use the same pan from the leeks then. Plus then we would get a little bit of flavor transferred over from the oil from the leeks as well. If we cook the fritters in there, that's always a good idea. And then like it says, serve warm or at room temperature, so it doesn't have to be hot. So that's why I always think it's a great summer dish as well, because sometimes you don't want to eat hot things, and yeah, lukewarm is just as satisfying. Okay, and then for a little pop of color on the plate, yes, we got beets going down today. I am just going to foil wrap some beets. We have some really beautiful large red beets that Sam picked up, what, last week, I think?
Yeah.
I think it was last week. So I want to get those cooked while they're still really nice and fresh. And like I said, foil wrap them so it's kind of like a roast and steam at the same time. And those will be one of the first things we get going as well, because they'll probably take a good hour to roast in the oven. But it's a really easy thing to do, and yeah, you don't really have to watch them as they're cooking. Give yourself an hour and that's it. And then I think I just want to toss those with maybe a little bit of balsamic vinegar and chopped mint. I like mint with beets. I know Sam will eat mint with beets as well. Sounds great, Dust. Woohoo! Okay, Greek, you don't know about golden beets, but you're allergic to the red ones, cooked or raw. More so if they are raw. Wow, that's so interesting. Yeah, I am so thankful that like neither myself or Sam has any food allergies, because I think that would be really stressful to have to cook with someone who is like deathly allergic to something that you really enjoy. I'm thankful for that. Okay, why don't we get out all of our ingredients that we're gonna need today, maybe make up our prep list first thing, and then go from there. You guys getting up to anything fun today? I'm still just enjoying this beautiful summer weather that we haven't really gotten yet. Soaking it all in. Okay, so first things first, roast the beets, because that's gonna take a while. And then once we get those into the oven, we'll grate our zucchini. Grate and drain zucchini. Okay, after that, what do we want to do? Probably take the chicken out so it can warm up. And then we'll do our leeks while that's warming up. So we'll clean them up because leeks are usually pretty dirty, so we'll have to wash them first, dry them off, and then we can start to cook them. Josh! What up, what up? Good morning, man. Yeah, we're just getting started, still working on our coffee, making up our prep list, and then we'll be good to go. How has your weekend been? A lazy Sunday there, Dust? Well, that's pretty perfect, man. Low Jack, you made some pork schnitzel for lunch? Oh, Sam and I love schnitzel. Pretty sure Sam would eat schnitzel like once a week if he could. Good morning, Annie. Good to see you. How's it going? Also, hi, Twitch Stewie. You're chilling for now, Cheese, but later you're meeting up with the guy that runs a local pizza truck to set up or look at his setup. Are you like going in? Is that your next step or what? Yeah, exactly, Bonkman. We're like, oh, exciting. Just got back from a nice walk, gearing up to stream in a few hours. Nice, man. Yeah, hopefully the weather where you are is as nice as it is where we are. It's gonna be a great day. Schnitzel with the spätzle, Greek. The schnitzel with the spätzle. Okay, that is that. Our tangy chive buttermilk sauce, yum. We can make that earlier on too because it will get better as it sits, especially if you're doing like fresh herbs in buttermilk or sour cream. It takes a bit for that flavor to really impart into the dairy. So why don't we make our sauce earlier rather than later? Cheese truck confirmed. Just meeting of pizza minds today. Yeah, who knows where it will go. That's exactly it. Well, it's all in who you know, and especially I would say in the food world, like you'll meet so many people that love food, and it's just an easy thing to like have in common, right? As we can see. Such good coffee. Okay, so by the time we have grated and drained the zucchini, took the chicken out, done our leeks, why don't we prep the rest of our zucchini fritter mix? So we'll put zook fritters, because it should be drained at that point. We'll give it like a good half an hour, 45 minutes at least. Get that mixed up so that, well, when the chicken's cooking in the oven, we can just focus on the leeks and the fritters, and then we'll finish up obviously with the beet salad. So I also don't mind beet salad. Like it can be warm, it can be lukewarm, it can be cold, totally up to you. Zook. Yeah, networking is crucial, totally. Okay. So let's let the fritter mix just like set up for a bit, and then we'll do our beet salad, have that done, kind of get the beets marinating with the balsamic, maybe some fresh herbs in there as well. And then yeah, just focus on our couple of stovetop items while the chicken's cooking. I think it's gonna be pretty simple once we get started. I mean, I couldn't even come up with a full page of stuff for us, so that's all right. So Annie, here's the thing about beets, is there's a lot of beet haters out there. I know this. I'm not one of them. Sam used to be one of them, he said. So we had this little chat this morning. But first, Nike, my dude, with the 23 months. Oh my gosh, one more month and we're at 2 years? What? Love you and Sammy, can't wait for the 2 years. Cheers and smoke weed every day. Yeah, also, we love you too, chat. Thanks, Nike, love you, man. Okay, so Sam was once upon a time a beet hater as well. Like he said though, it was the pickled beets. Like, why is that the only thing where we start eating beets? Well, it's probably like coming from our grandma, right? Just a jar of pickled beets in the middle of the table, depending on our heritage, obviously, and how we grew up. But he's like, as soon as I started eating like roasted beets, prepared the way that we're doing it today, then he can eat them like crazy. Like, he will mow beets like no other, to the point where I'm like, get out of the beets. So try them roasted. If you haven't had them in a long, long time, but you just remember hating them as a kid, try them again, guys. I know Dust Pirate was saying, maybe I should try it. Because we talked about this yesterday. As you get older, your palate does change. So you never know. So just because you didn't like it when you're younger doesn't mean you won't like it now. It's pretty magical. Oh, cheese. Yeah, those pickled turnips, the like vibrant pink ones. Unreal. Bonkman with the 7-month resub. Yeah, now we're cooking. Not with gas though, sadly. Yeah, that's exactly it, Annie. So you didn't like pickled beets, but you do like roasted ones. So something to be said about that. Oh, nice, Dust. Yeah, so you hated asparagus as a kid, but now you love it. There we go. All right, time to beat it up. I was like, Sam, should I cook all of these beets today? And we just like looked at the amount of them, and then we're like, yeah, we will. That's the thing, is like once the beets are cooked, I'll eat them. But it just takes so long. Oh no, this one's not good. It takes so long for them to cook that sometimes it's just like, gotta try and find the time. Beets and borscht. Yeah, the soup, my favorite. It was too bitter, the asparagus, when you had it as a kid. I could see that. Here's my tip. Keep an asparagus fresh. So grab like a glass, or I usually grab a little container like this one. And then you take your like bunch of asparagus, that's how we typically buy it. And then you fill up your container with just a little bit of cold water, just to dip like the bottom 1.5 to 2 inches of the stem in the water, and then keep that in the fridge, and then it won't dry out. So the asparagus stays hydrated from the bottom up. Because as soon as you cut it, it's starting to dry out from that bottom part of the stem upwards. So that is the best way. So just in a little bit of water, keep it in the fridge, and then to take it even one step further, just cover your container with like a nice little tea towel or a cloth to keep your tips nice and, I guess, protected from the fridge. Because sometimes if asparagus gets too cold, it will like freeze and then go mush on you. Snake, yeah, just beat it. You learned that from the mother-in-law. Yeah, that's such a good one. Okay, I need to protect our wooden cutting board right now. Don't want to get this beet color everywhere. And then we are not going to peel these even before they go in the oven. Also, before we even start, let's turn the oven on so it can start to preheat. So we're gonna roast these at a pretty high temp as well. I'm gonna go 425 Fahrenheit. Otherwise they will literally take forever, I'm gonna say, just because of the size. Yeah, peeling them after they're roasted way easier. And also it's like my one little testing point to see if they're done. If you can easily peel the beet, then they're good to go. And yeah, you don't burn the outside, you get more yield. I'm with you, Greek. Okay, so I'm just gonna trim off some of these crazy little roots. Like I said, we're not actually peeling it at this point. And then we can trim off a little bit of the top. This one I think is gonna be like candy cane maybe. You know, the white with the red stripes. Oh, this one's not so good. Might have to trim it. I just like put my finger through it. That's the worst. There we go. I don't typically like to like cut into the beet when we're gonna roast in this matter, but that's okay. I just find that once we cut into it, the juices are gonna start to come out. I kind of treat them like meat as well. Once you puncture the skin, they're no longer the same. Filling up the compost today. Would they stain the wood cutting board? Oh, big time, Dust. Big time. Most people don't even peel them without gloves, but I'm okay if they stain my hands. I wash them so many times that the beets will never stain it. Hey, thank you, champion. I do like working in my kitchen. It's nice and big. Birds, how are we? We are doing great here. Thank you for asking. How are you? Okay, so I am going to just bring these over to the sink and give them a quick little rinse. And then we'll come over, wrap them with foil, dress them with a little bit of olive oil and some salt. And then these babies are going into the oven. Dun, 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 dun. Would putting a wet paper towel over it help at all in the oven? No. No, it wouldn't help, Greek, sadly. It's okay though, like we're not gonna lose that much juice by just cutting it open. That's why we're wrapping it in foil. You'll see our next step here. Yeah, don't worry, the beet will be okay. I like where you guys are thinking though, like you're really thinking about the cooking techniques and stuff. I love that. Or when you answer your own question. Yeah, the beet, does it go on? Oh, also, Annie, how did your bread loaf turn out yesterday? How did it go? Okay, I am going to do these 2 by 2, I think. 2 by 2. Just gonna cut that piece of foil in half, or tear it in half. Good morning, White Dove. How's it going? Where's the Rick and Morty guy? He is sitting on the couch. He is chilling. Okay, and then we are going to get a sheet pan still. I always go with like a lesser quality one when I'm roasting beets in this fashion. Okay, that. So one, actually we'll do the smaller ones together and the bigger ones together. He's here. Yeah, where's that Rick and Morty guy? Actually, I might have to use just that one. Yep. Okay, so that's enough for those two. So let's grab our olive oil. It was darker with the addition of plantain flour and the flavor was better. Oh, that's good then, right? Next time you're gonna try brown and white rice flour with buckwheat instead of plantain. Yeah, just keep trying a bunch of different things and then you'll figure out what works for you the best. Yeah, the pork butt marathon yesterday, exactly. Okay, along with our olive oil, a little sprinkle of salt. We will add more salt after as well, but I think it does help to sprinkle salt on while they roast. Okay, now we're gonna make a little packet. I'm gonna make a little packet. So put our top layer on. And then we'll start with our sides. Fold that in. Fold that in. And then we fold in these edges. So we're roasting because it's at a high heat. And we also got olive oil in there as well, right? Try and tuck this in so it's nice and tight. And then we're also kind of steaming at the same time because the foil is keeping all of the juices in there while the beets cook. So yeah, these will go on an angle, I'm gonna say, just to fit them into the oven nice. And then that should take, keeping them whole like that, probably an hour with that size because they are quite large. Okay, I'm gonna get one more little piece of foil for these last two, and those are going in. Sammy, gifting this up to birds. Welcome to Kate's Kitchen, gang. Holy smokes, you're almost at 400.
Oh, there's only two away.
Only two. You guys remember when there was actual like metal strips on parchment, tinfoil, all of that? Was there just that many people that cut themselves on them and now we don't get them and then we get to tear foil like this? I miss those metal cutting strips. I can't say it, but thank you, Bonkman. I only took it to the point where you guys could take it further for me. Thank you for that. The foil you buy, oh, it must just be us Canadians then. Wow. Maybe it is true what they say. Wait, what do they say about us? Those hosers up there, the Great White North. Way too many ER visits due to those metal strips off the tin foil. Oh, get that salt in there. Yeah, why are there warnings about caution? Coffee is hot on the cups.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
One of the worst ones for sure in the food service industry is the massive containers of like mayonnaise. So like the 20-liter buckets of mayo. There's always a warning label on the side to not let your baby go into the bucket. So whoever that happened to, RIP. But why'd you let your baby go in the bucket of mayo? Yeah, that looks like a safe place to play. Oh God, where'd my baby go? Just why? Yeah, it needed some moisture. You guys are worse than me. Okay, we're all beaten up. Let's get these into the oven. I will set, let's do like a 45-minute timer. We'll give them a little feel at that point and then see where we're at. Bought a container of peanuts and it had a warning that said may contain traces of nuts. Yes, Panda Bear. It's like, wow, thank you. Why do you have a huge bucket of mayo in a non-industrial kitchen in the first place? That as well. Yeah, why is there a baby like in the restaurant kitchen? Where's the lamb source? Why is he yelling that? Okay, these are going in. Yell it, Sammy. You can't yell without knowing the reason why. Okay, 45 minutes on the clock. We get to check off our first thing from the list. Roast beets. Boom. Grate and drain zucchini. Where's the dang lamb sauce? Remember, nowadays we have to cater to the least common denominator of intelligence. You guys are feisty today. Wow. Must have had a good weekend so far. Just spitting the truth bombs though, aren't we?
What's the denominator?
Yeah. Common denominator. What? We have like 3 types of zucchini going down today. We got a fly that's gonna die right now. Nope, it didn't. We're okay though. Maybe next time. Okay, so this is zucchini that we grew ourselves and we used last weekend. This is our second little bit. And then we just bought one more. Because, well, it's deceiving once you start grating this how much there actually is there. I know, Bonkman. It's like a daily thing though, isn't it? Some of the like dumb things that you see. I feel ya. I feel ya. Bone dry. Thank you for confirming that. Has anyone seen the Cooking by the Book, Gordon Ramsay edition? No. What's that? Oh, that's a little bit tough up there. There we go. Right through the stem. Okay, tip and top, all of these zookers. Haven't even checked. Maybe there's another one ready of these. Who knows? We'll grab our grater. And then the other thing we're going to use is a fine mesh strainer, and we just want to pop that over top of something to drain the liquid into. Usually a little bowl, or I think it fits the best in this measuring cup that I have. It's so funny, Greek, Like it's an actual cookbook. Okay, sounds good, Annie. Okay, so there we go. We'll just pop that in front of ourselves. As we grate the zucchini, we can put it in there. And then we also, once all the zucchini is grated, we have to salt it. So the salt is gonna help draw all the extra moisture out. It's a meme and song scene that has been voiced over with Gordon Ramsay saying things he does in Hell's Kitchen. Oh man, you gotta love Ramsay. I think still one of my favorite like Ramsay videos online is him doing hot ones. Hilarious. You wanna see Gordon Ramsay uncomfortable? Watch the hot ones episode. That homegrown zucker is juicy. Holy. Didn't he bring like a bag of tricks? Oh, hi, Swilliams. Welcome in, guys. Actually, can we get a shout out for Swilliams in chat? He's like an up and coming food and drink streamer on Twitch if you guys have not found him yet or stumbled upon his stream. And he's also Canadian. Woohoo! Yeah, what did he bring? I think he was just had like a container of milk that he was like drinking out of. Thanks, Cookie. Nike, my dude. Hey, you can't let that like drag you down. Just because one company, like just because you're not a good fit for one spot. In my mind, whenever those types of things happen in my life, it's like, okay, well, obviously that wasn't right for me.
Next.
So yeah, next. That's exactly it, Sam. It's just giving you like practice and stuff. So now you know what to do going into your next interview, right? Like you've already been prepped.
Fired before you even started working.
Yeah, like I've been fired before because of being with Sam in a different kitchen. We were both working in separate restaurants with the same restaurant group, obviously, and then they found out that we were like maybe thinking of moving, and on my first shift in that spot, before I even started, like I was just getting taught about the line and like going through service and stuff, just setting up my line. Hi, can you come into my office? Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go because you guys are maybe planning on leaving. I was like, what? Like just because I don't want to live in my current spot doesn't mean you can fire me. So yeah, crazy stuff like that happens all the time. And you can't let it drag you down. There's so many opportunities out there if you look for them. It wasn't a conflict of interest because he already knew we were, at that time, boyfriend and girlfriend. He knew that, I mean, we were like basically interviewed together. So it wasn't that. It was just him being a dick. And I'm not gonna name the restaurant either because I'm not like that. But you do find out who people are when you put them in a different position, like when they weren't expecting something. So it just shows how everyone deals with things differently too. And yeah, I think it's like human nature to not like getting told no either, right? It's like, well, why not though? No one likes getting told no when they want something. That kind of stuff happens all the time in kitchens, Greek, so it wasn't worth it for me. It was just kind of like a settling point for Sam and I. It's like, okay, we're done here. So that was also like one of my last experiences before I started streaming. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to cook in kitchens anymore.
And we had a job 3 days later at the last job we had in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I almost choked on my coffee. So one of the cooks from that restaurant, he's like, oh my gosh, guys, like I'm so sorry that this happened to you, and gives us a contact for another spot where we ended up getting a job 2 days later. And it was his dad that was running a catering company. He's like, you guys are way too good for this spot anyway. So it all works out in the end. So there's your proof right there, right? And yeah, you can just be a bad fit for that spot. That as well, Williams. It's not even your fault. But yeah, typically when something like that happens, it's like I just take it with a grain of salt and go on to the next thing. When one door closes, another one opens. Yep. I think if you keep that mindset and just try and make every day a little bit better than the next, you're like gonna be successful. Okay, so we got all of our grated zook. Look, there's like a little drop already starting to drip. But to get it going even quicker, little sprinkle of salt over this. We'll give it a little mix up. And then we just have to keep in mind when we're doing the mixture not to add too much more salt later on. There we go. Now that's distributed, and we'll let gravity do the rest. What is this? Snake Eye! Continuing the gift sub they got from Titan. Thank you so much. Great to have you returning, and I'm so happy that you did that. Welcome back, birds. Yeah, nice resub. Thank you so much. I'm glad you found your happy place. Williams, thanks for the follow as well. Okay, let's set this aside. Doesn't have to go in the fridge. Next thing, done. Okay, next step, take the chicken out. How simple is that? Yeah, I think from now on, guys, my Sunday meals, I'm gonna try and keep a little bit more simplified so that this can be something that you can go now, tomorrow you can go to the store and be like, oh, I wanna like recreate that dish that Kate made on Sunday for myself. Go buy the ingredients and make it. And you know that it's not gonna take a long, long time like our Friday and Saturday meals do. Okay, so yesterday when we put the chicken into the fridge, we had it sitting in the buttermilk this way, so breast side up. This morning when I got up, I went over to it and then I flipped it so it was marinating with the breast side down. So this is where we're at. I think I'm gonna flip it back over now because this is how I took it out of the fridge. And then just let it sit in the buttermilk and start to warm up and come to room temperature. Yeah, the eggs Benny Sundays, that's right. Yeah, we used to do like just brunch on Sundays, Annie. So that's all I could muster up the energy for. Those good old days. I feel like Sunday is the slow cooked day. See, but I like to do my Sundays because I take like the rest of my weekend to stream with you guys. Sundays, I like to take a few hours to myself after stream, so I want to have them a bit shorter. Because, well, especially during the summer too, now that the weather's nice, definitely want to get outside. I'm an outdoor person as much as I do like to be inside with you guys. We have to do a guac sundae. The other thing, okay, so maybe on the guac sundae, Annie, we'll also do a nacho sundae on the egg. Sam was talking about this yesterday. He's like, you want to do nachos on the egg? I was like, and layer it and make it delicious? Yes, I do. Nacho! Yeah, how sandy will this leek be? We're about to find out. Pretty woody there. Whew. Okay, so you can tell not much use for the top greens here as they are super woody. Just turn that around. And you know what? Usually, like Bonkman, most of the sand is just in these top layers. And then there's just usually a little bit up around this part. So what I do from this point is I go in half. Oh, I love the squeaky leek. So fresh, right? And do that, and then we can look into our layers. So yeah, typically only like the first few layers have the sand. Just rinse that off, and then we can come and cut it up. What about an IRL stream on Sundays? That can be a thing as well. The only thing is the internet on the island, Greek, is not that good. Like, we have a lot of points where we're like driving around or we want to go do something and I'll just cut out. So it's not the best here for IRL streams. Like, we love doing those in the States because the internet plans are awesome as well. But yeah, doing IRL in Canada, I mean, Hitch makes it look really easy, but there's so many steps to actually make it like a quality stream. I do love that though with you guys. Like, we do have the setup. Maybe we do like an IRL little bike ride into town and go for lunch or something. Who knows? We'll have to do a test, Sam and I, one of these days and see how the internet holds up. Oh, Big Wheel Burger, is that what you're talking about? So yeah, that is a spot that we could bike ride to from our house. What would that take us to get there, Sam, by bike?
We wouldn't be able to stream that. So.
We wouldn't be able to stream going there?
No.
Oh, okay. Where does it cut out?
We'd be able to go from like Langford to Big Wheel, yeah. So
But not from Souk all the way.
there, how would you mount the phone?
I don't know. You get a thing.
Okay.
You just get a ting. Hitch has tons of hiccups. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It all depends on where he is. Okay, so for our melted leeks, I think we should cut them like 1/2 inch thick. They're not gonna fall apart, but they are gonna be like really nice and buttery and cooked down. Almost like saucy. Boom. We can just put that in a bowl. The sushi spot. Oh man. Langford sushi. That's a good one too, Cookie. Yeah, those are like our 2 favorite spots though. Nice, Nike. Your neck finally popped. That's always a good feeling, hey? You like know that it needs to pop. Okay, check this out, guys. Look it. The juices are coming out. It's working. Okay, check. Leaves or leeks, done. Chive buttermilk sauce. I am looking back to our first recipe there from Bon Appetit. So how do they make this? Handful of chives. Oh, sometimes Bon Appetit recipes are actually brutal to read through. Just want to let you guys know. It's like they're always missing steps with the ingredients. Okay, so here's the ingredients. We have Greek yogurt or sour cream and then the buttermilk. So we're gonna use half a cup of buttermilk and half a cup of sour cream. And then just some chives minced up. And that is it. And then we'll get some more nice like roasty onion flavor from the leeks later on. But yeah, they don't say anywhere in that to mix together the sour cream and the buttermilk. Another thing that makes it hard for people to cook at home, right? Like if they forget one step, well then they're gonna wonder why it didn't turn out. And those beets are just sizzling away in the oven right now. I think I want just a little bit of lemon juice in here too. I think that's gonna be really good. Just grab a container. We put the beets in the oven whole. My favorite way to cook them, Dust. So keep them whole. Just rub them with olive oil and salt and then wrap them nice and tight in the foil packets. And then you know that they are cooked through when you're able to easily peel the skin off of the beet. So that's all I'm gonna do to check them. Takes about an hour, guys. Takes about an hour. Shake up that buttermilk. So we want this to be the consistency of coating the back of the spoon. So we don't want a really runny sauce for this dish. I also thought this sauce would be really good with the fritters. The zucchini and feta fritters. So maybe make a little extra for yourself. Just gonna mix these up first. Then we'll go outside and snip the chives. You can go a bit thinner. Just another little bit, and then we still have a touch of lemon juice to add. Oh, Big Pharma, just glancing at chat. Yeah, don't even get me started. Okay, just a little bit of lemon. Like not even half. I just gave it 2 squeezes, that's it. Mix that one in. Okay, be right back. New York Times article uncovered some info. Oh. The truth is out there. Oh my gosh, I love reading stuff like that. Also, just gonna take my phone inside. Just give me a sec, guys. Just don't want it like roasting in the sun. chive. Chive alive? We got garlic chives. We have regular chives. Whoa, what is going on? Oh my God. We got a troll of trolls. This is absolutely unbelievable and a first here at Cook with Kate. How is that even possible? Or am I the only one that's seeing this right now? Sam?
What?
Do you see?
What?
Oh, okay. Okay, so obviously it's in my OBS then. So I just have a reel right now going in my chat right now. So I'm basically missing all you guys are saying because it's going so fast. It just says, whoever just hosted me. Divro Crispy Crisp is now hosting you, and that's all I can see in chat right now, guys. So I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I don't see that.
A bot? That's what I'm thinking, but how do I make it stop? It must be broken. Okay, why don't I wait like a few more minutes? Try and just catch up with you guys, and we'll carry on. Just restart it. A little on and off. Okay. Sam says no.
Carry on.
Okay. Okay, let's chop up our chives nice and fine, and then we'll add it into our sauce, and then that can just marry up in the fridge. I'll try that, guys. Give me a sec. Can barely even read the name. 9LD. Okay, here we are. 9 1 SSXP. Sorry, I could like barely read that in chat from where I was. Dash ban. Oh, it worked. It worked. And now they follow. Are you retarded? Okay, let's chop up our chives. Whew. You're gonna make me drink today. I haven't even finished my coffee. You're lucky the sun is shining. I can't use it. I take it back, Torino. I'm sorry, but I had to express my frustration there. Doesn't happen often. Did you miss something? No, it's okay. Take the frustration out on the chives. The fact that some people can like figure out how to do that stuff, like kudos. You should be working for the FBI. Like you're wasting your time on Twitch, just saying. Yeah, the humanity Our poor chives, they don't deserve this. I know, Swilliams. They didn't do anything. Okay, I'm sorry, chives. You don't, it's okay. Maybe it was Cookie, yeah. Oh my gosh. Kate's chat figured out Big Pharma. Let's clear the chat right now with this bot and just completely change the subject. Okay, complete. Everyone's freaking out and they forgot what they were talking about. I like your reasoning there, Cookie. Thank you. Oh, I saw the chive latte comment, Annie. But there was too many things happening, but I did love it. Make a chive latte. Never a dull moment. Like, this is why we love the internet, guys. Can't hate it, gotta love it. Keeps us on our toes. Yeah, I would like to order a chive latte. I'm sorry, did you mean chai? No, chive. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't carry that here, but you have chives in your egg breakfast sandwich. You know what, Torino, the dill was punished yesterday when I picked it all. There's no dill to be had. So yeah, I got nothing. Okay, chive sauce. This is almost giving me deja vu from our creamy like chive and dill potato salad dressing that we made yesterday. Looking very similar. I also think we just need a touch of salt in there. Whoa, the Pentagon has reportedly found off-world vehicles not made on this earth. Man, who knows? Who knows what's out there? I loved like alien stuff when I was young. Loved it. Still do. I mean, E.T., favorite movie of all time. Okay, let's give this a taste. That's very good. I think it just needs a bit more salt. Kind of balance everything out, especially with that lemon juice. Did you know salt balances out acidity? Yeah, guys, sometimes I think we're just like inside the Truman Show. And then I laugh and I just carry on. I'm like, imagine. Yeah, unfortunately though, those alien vehicles were out of warranty and importing the parts to fix them is way too expensive. Nice, Williams. Sauce is setting up in the fridge. Okay, another thing checked off. Trev, what's up, my dude? Okay, we're doing great. We have, like 3 things left on our list. Crushing it. People believe in aliens, but not climate change. I'm just saying, we got some work to do. Yes, it's true. I'm with you, man. Nike, yeah. Okay, buttermilk back in the fridge. And let's start to get out the ingredients for our zucchini and feta fritters. Just grabbing the feta that's in the back here, tucked away. Gotta use it up. Feta. Annie, you believe aliens must be out there, but chances are they're so far away that the chance of physical contact very, very remote. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be something else out there, right? We can't just be the only living things in the universe. There's no way. We're really going deep today. I like it. I like it, guys. A lot of food for thought. Yeah, imagine, Swilliams, imagine if there actually isn't anything else out there and it's literally just us left. Yeah, they probably just think we're all idiots. Look at those guys destroying the earth. Okay, looking at our recipe. So we got our zooks grated up. We need about 4 cups of that. I think we have a little bit less than that. So we'll go a little bit less than I think with all of the ingredients. So instead of 4 eggs, we'll go with 3 eggs. So we need some flour for binding. It says about 1.5 cups. Okay, they have scallions inside of here as well. So why don't we get more chives to put in instead of scallions? Garlic, and then our spices, coriander, paprika, black pepper, and then obviously our feta. So 1 cup of feta crumbled up. Very simple. Here, let's get a little bowl. Checking our beets in less than 10 minutes. I'm going to start with the feta in here first. So 1 cup of crumbled feta. You've got to run, Cookie. Sounds good. I hope you have a good rest of your day and weekend. And we'll catch you on Friday. Take care and stay safe. Yeah, keep posting the sourdoughs. That looks like enough. Let's at least to get started here. So crumble it up. We don't want to leave the feta chunks too big for the fritters either, because then they won't really stay together. So more of a fine crumble today. As much as we love the big chunks of cheese. Kind of salt do I keep on my counter? I try to strictly only use Diamond Crystal kosher salt. That is what I've used for, well, almost the last like 10 years cooking professionally, and kind of wrecked myself, and now I just don't want to use anything else because it's really lovely. That's a nice one as well, Annie. I do like the pink Himalayan salt. I used it for like a good amount of time when cooking at home, like when I was still working in restaurants. I like the flavor of it. Transfers well with like many things. It's nice all-purpose. Okay, there we go. 1 cup of crumbled feta. Just pop that into the bowl. Clean up our little station. Yeah, I don't know if I can describe it as having a different flavor, Dust. Like maybe not the salt on its own, but when you like start to pair it with different meats, then you might notice a difference. Yeah, I don't know if I can like describe it for you. That's the thing. Yeah, it is pink. Your uncle works at a salt plant and gave you a crate of Windsor kosher. Oh, nice. But it is a pink Windsor kosher. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Sounds fancy. That's also a good brand though. Like that's kind of the only other one I would use. Hi Dribbles, welcome in. Yeah, I guess you ought to try it yourself then, Dust. Okay, just grabbing the chives. More chives. More, more, more. Smells like a farm out here today. Maybe it's just the garden smells. Oh yeah, you know what, Annie? I actually think that's one of my favorite uses of pink salt was with fish. I actually think that was one of the best ones now that I'm recalling. Right, Sam? We really liked it with fish. Okay, I chopped these up nice and fine. Oh, those were separate thoughts. It's just normal diamond or normal Windsor kosher. Yeah, kosher salt's awesome. The one brand that I find, or that we found very similar to Diamond Crystal kosher salt, if you can't find it, it's called Italissima. It's like an imported Italian brand here in Canada. It had a really nice feel to it as well, and that was the fine sea salt from Italissima. Man, these smell good. Oh, you made fish last night. Nice. What are we chopping right now? These are chives. And there's actually a couple different kinds. There's regular, and then the flatter ones are garlic chives. Not that I really like notice a big garlic hit from them. So this is something you use in place of scallions or green onion. So I find that where we are, the chives grow quicker for us than trying to grow green onions. So this is what I strictly use in the summertime. Saw a really cool Indian movie called My Name is Salt about a family who produced salt in evaporation ponds. Nice. Honestly, one of my favorite food experiences still was going to the local salt place here called Salt West and seeing how they make their salt. So like they make their own fleur de sel, and I saw all their salt baths and stuff, and they even do sun-dried salt. So really, really beautiful. That was a fun one. I think I still have the highlight on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, kind of where the stories are and the highlights, scroll through there, you'll see my little salt factory tour locally. Great, great people too. Just a young couple, maybe a little bit older than Sam and I, doing their thing. Do we grow the chives bone dry? Yes. Yes, I grow the chives, and they are so easy to grow. They're like a weed. So that's a great one to start growing if you want to start gardening. Okay, next thing into the bowl. We have our feta. we have our chives. We need a couple cloves of garlic minced up. That's gonna be yummy. And then we'll add our spices and then hopefully be able to drain the zucchini, dry it off. Yeah, Annie, you remember when I was doing the draw, because we did a little giveaway. So I went and checked out the salt place. They gave me a nice little goodie bag to give away to you guys. And then it was always fun. They would always come into the restaurant when I was still working there, and I'd get to cook with them or for them. And they would always get steak. Definitely like steak people. I'm like, I like you. This is why we're friends. What's happening? I don't know, I missed it. I was like focusing on my zucchini things. We have an off-topic convo? I mean, if you guys think it's off topic, then yeah, I mean, be smart enough to maybe take it somewhere else if you feel like it's getting distracting. But otherwise, like, I just don't pay attention. If you guys want to go off on your thing, I think we're just gonna keep doing our thing. And that's okay too. Okay, that was our beet timer. Just gonna open up the oven. Give those a little feel. I'm gonna try to not unwrap them because we don't want to let all this steam out if they're not quite cooked. So use your cloth and then just kind of feel, oh, I just felt that beet and the skin literally just like came right off. So I think we're good. I could feel the skin peel off of the beet. So I'm actually just gonna turn that oven off for now. And then to get these starting to cool off, that we can peel them and cut them up soon and get them marinating, now we can open up the package. Now that we are sure that they're cooked. Otherwise, it would be a shame to let all the heat out if they had to stay in a little longer. So that was actually only 45 minutes at 425 Fahrenheit. Super quick. So you know that if you got smaller beets, it should only take about half an hour. And wasn't that the easiest thing ever? Done. So yeah, that's all I did. If you can peel the skin off of the beets like that, you're good to go. Now we'll just let them cool off. Are beets nutritional? Oh, big time, Dust, I would say. Like, anytime you have something really dark colored, it's full of antioxidants, which like kind of flushes your body and replenishes all the good things. You've never had a beet? Okay, let's see. Let's see here, guys. So we can also consume the entire plant, right? Like we can eat the leaves and the root vegetable, which makes it an awesome thing to grow. Nothing gets wasted. Beet greens are considered non-starchy because obviously they're green. So, okay, for 1 cup of, okay, this is raw red beets. 58 calories, like no fat, 13 grams of carbs, so they're pretty sugary. So 1 cup of raw beets contains the same amount of calories and carbs as 1 serving of fruit. So just keep this in mind, they are pretty sweet. But other than that, I would say they're really good for you. Yeah, they're so good, hey Trev? Okay, give me 30 seconds, guys. I will be right back and we'll finish up these frits.
Nothing in the world more beautiful than
Okay, I'm here. I'm back, guys. Beet leaf buns? What? Oh, it is warming up in here already too. I'm glad that I got the hot cooking part, like the first part at least, done. All right, let's use our garlic press. Boom. They found an ancient computer from Atlantis? Oh my gosh, Greek. Des, you read that grapes have a lot of vitamin C, so you don't feel bad about eating an entire bag. Nope. It's healthy for you, man. Plus, it's not, well, I don't know if you do, but I would hope that you don't do that daily, right? It's not like you're doing that every day or even weekly for that fact. You just like replenished all the good sugars in your body. The first leaves of the beet, use them to wrap in a bread dough for beet leaf buns. Wow, Torino, that sounds really beautiful, man. I can see that being like so colorful. I'm in. Okay, let's get some spices into here. We need some ground coriander, so a teaspoon, as well as a teaspoon of paprika. If you want to use smoked paprika, by all means. Just add a little bit of smokiness to the dish. You bake them with heavy cream and lots of dill, onions, and garlic. Whoa. So, kind of like nalesnike? Like the cottage cheese buns baked in the cream? Paprika. Oh, that's the crepes, sorry. I haven't had it in so long, I forget what it's called. How sad is that? I have not attended a Ukrainian family get-together in, oh my gosh, probably 8 years? Brother said bake the buns first, then you coat them with the heavy cream. Oh, word. That sounds dirty. Okay. So far, so good. We just need, I'll grab 3 eggs out just in case. We might not even need all of those. I think I want to add the eggs once we have the zucchini in the bowl. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we want a nice clean kitchen towel, nice and food safe. And then we're gonna dump the zucchini into the towel. If you want, you can like press it a bit more in the strainer to get some excess moisture out. And go pop, just like that. And then we're gonna gather up our towel and then give it a twist and then drain out the rest of the moisture. We want like a little bit of moisture still in there, but we don't want it like dripping wet. And yeah, this is so reminding me of draining spinach as well. Can we do anything with zucchini water? Hi, Ingrediology. How are you doing? I am doing great so far. It's a beautiful sunny day. Just moving right along here on our lunch. Add it to a smoothie, Nike. Nice. Why not, right? I don't see anything wrong with that. I doubt it has like much strong flavor, but I just love the color of it. Look at that. Yeah, just shots. Shots of Zook coming up. Okay. I'm gonna crack 2 eggs and whip them together and then pour it over this, and then we'll start mixing it. See how it looks and comes together. And then after it's mixed, then we can add our flour for binding. Oh, Sammy, a little cake for breakfast this morning, my dear? Are you starting your Sunday off right?
Yeah.
Nike, you didn't think I knew that song? Oh man. You guys should have known me like years ago. She was a bit wild back then. Calm down a bit. You know, I'm a married woman now. Thank you. Mosh Pit Kate. Actually, I don't love metal music. I do like rock and like classic rock, but I don't really like metal. I did my fair share of partying early on, guys. I mean, you've read some of Anthony Bourdain's stories about what happens after you cook for 12 hours in a kitchen, right? Oh, you're going out for drinks. That looked so gross just now. How about alternative rock? Yeah. Yeah, I really like all music except like death metal. Like I don't even mind metal for that fact. Like I can jam to Metallica. I grew up around that stuff 'cause my brother is like into it. So that's like really one of our main differences is our music. But yeah, I grew up around it, so I know all that stuff. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. Oh, 100% Annie. Oh my gosh, so much corruption was had when I stepped into the kitchen. I seriously swear they literally just hired me to like have fun with me, and then I ended up being good. Hey guys, this girl claims to know a bunch of stuff because she watches Food Network at home. Should we just like hire her and see what happens? Like for sure, just knowing my chefs, if they were watching this right now, they'd be laughing their asses off. Be like, call us out, Kate. But wow, can I say that cooking in kitchens has taught me so many valuable life skills that I probably wouldn't have found anywhere else. And I don't know if I can say it was corruption, Annie, as much as it was like just building up confidence and becoming like your own person. Kitchens are awesome for that. Like it really is a mishmash of so many different people. Slipknot, Static X, August Burns Red. No, I don't know any of, I mean, I know Slipknot, but yeah, not down with those. Yeah, we got the street smarts working in the kitchen. If I didn't get into cooking, would I have met Sam? I don't think so. Yeah, we've had these talks. I don't think so. Okay, I'm just looking at this. And I think I don't want to add another egg. I'm liking how it's looking. We just need a little bit of flour to keep it from falling apart in the pan. So I'm gonna switch to a spoon now. That would be sad, Torino. Yeah, I am so happy I got into cooking. I always say that. Saw a really great post on social media this week by, if you guys know Noma, the restaurant, so they're like fermentation chef, David Zilber. It's like everyone, or like most cooks, think that their job is just like cooking. It's like, I'm a cook, that's what I do. He's like, no, that's actually not your job. Your work is with food. And once people start to branch off from that and realize you don't have to just cook in a kitchen to work with food, that's when magical things start to happen. And I was like, that's so true. And there's so many amazing cooks out there, like stuck in restaurants, not able to express themselves fully. He's so cool, hey Snake Eye? I love him. Okay, before I mix this up and get it all like glutinous, I still want to add just a bit of salt and pepper. Hi Chef Steve, welcome back, man. Oh, guys, we raided Chef Steve yesterday, if you can remember. We wanted to go see his delicious looking brontosaur smoked beef ribs. And that is, well, one of my favorite things to eat as well. So wish I could have tasted that yesterday. Good to see you as well. Yeah, you said very many kind words after we raided yesterday. So thanks for that, man. And I will say, don't feel bad ever, because yeah, you have like your food truck job as well as streaming. Like, don't feel bad about not really ever being in other people's streams, because yeah, I mean, we're all busy. But it's always awesome to like see you pop in like this. Be like, hey man. Because I feel ya. I feel your pain. I was there when I was still working in restaurants, and it's like, yeah, you don't really know any of the other streamers. But thanks for popping in. It's great to have you. And yeah, guys, if you don't know who Chef Steve is, please go give him a follow. Making great, great food. And yeah, running a food truck. That's like kind of where we're going. And I will say, watching your stream yesterday, my man, you got a work ethic. How's this for a chef that says he doesn't walk around with a clipboard telling everyone what to do? He's there before his cooks and afterwards. That's the type of chef that every kitchen needs. Okay, how does this feel? Just pick up a little piece. See if it's gonna hold together. I think we need a bit more flour. We just don't want to add too much flour and then make it like gluey, because if we get to that point, then it's gonna get like really rock hard and dense. So there is a fine line. Also, it could help to just add a touch of baking powder to this for a little bit of leavening. Yeah, running a food truck, so stressful. Literally 24-hour job. Running like any kitchen dust, I would say. Like, that's your life. Aw, thanks, chef. Perfect. I think that looks great. So just enough flour to hold everything together. And yeah, we don't want to like over mix this really either. So see why I'm being so gentle with it? Awesome. Chessmain, thanks for that follow. Welcome. Welcome in. Yeah, someone made ribs and never brought them for us. Okay, let's pop that aside. Another thing checked off the list. So we still have beet salad to do. So our beets are cooling off and then we can peel them, cut them up, get them marinating with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, probably olive oil, and then I like a little bit of chopped mint in there. I think is gonna be good with our meal today. So we got that, and then just roast our chicken, which actually is gonna go into the oven now. So let's get that preheating. 475 Fahrenheit is the oven temp. Pretty crazy. Nice and high heat. So roast chicken and then just our melted leeks. And then obviously cooking the fritters on the stove top during all of that as well. Wonder how it tastes to fry zucchini fritters in coconut oil. Okay, Annie, coconut oil with like any type of squash is my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna say it's gonna taste amazing. Yeah, coconut oil like fried up with zucchini. I've done it with like kabocha squash as well, or butternut squash. Very, very good. It gives it like a nice kind of sweet, nutty flavor. Yeah, infused coconut oil, yes. Okay, eggs are going away. Feta is going back in the fridge. We're getting some pans on the stove top and we're cooking. I'm finishing my coffee too. Okay, preparing our chicken for the oven, friends. It's looking really good. Anything special about the coffee? Oh, there's something a bit special with the one I'm drinking right now. Is my brother actually sent this to us from Edmonton, as that's where I grew up for 23 years. And he just got a fresh batch in. This is where he gets his coffee from there, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, you know when people are just say things, it's like, oh wow, that coffee is really good, and you're like, yeah, okay. I believed him, obviously, off the start, and yeah, it's true. It's absolutely delicious. It tastes like berries and like caramelly and nutty. Where is it grown? So it doesn't say where it was grown, but it does say, well, it said on the other bag that we have that they were sourced from like a fair trade spot and stuff. So that was like important to me too. I was like, it has to be organic, it has to be fair trade. Otherwise I won't drink it. It's just, it's not fair. I know so many great roasters in Alberta, and then I also miss it living in Vancouver. Like right around the area we used to live was so many roasteries. So you wake up in the morning, that's all you smell is like roasting coffee beans. What? You have friends in Edmonton, Nike? That's exciting. I'm gonna line this with, oh, because we're going pretty high heat with this chicken, I think I'm gonna go foil instead of parchment. I just don't really like burning parchment. Yeah, you got friends on Van Isle too. Yeah, you do. You actually have fam in Edmonton. That's so cool, Gree. Hey, we'll be there, well, probably next year for the wedding. Who knows? Who knows with how this pandemic's going. Boom. You're always surprised your parchment doesn't burn in your 500-degree Dutch oven for sourdough. Yeah. Yeah, that is an interesting one, isn't it? Okay, time to take our chicken out of the buttermilk, lemon, pepper, sesame oil marinade. So she says just let it drip off. You don't have to like actually dry the chicken off. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll just sprinkle a little bit more salt over it, because we only put about a teaspoon in yesterday with the marinade. So juicy. Might be better like that, actually. Yeah, it is. Wow, you really smell the sesame oil, the nuttiness. I'm so intrigued by that also. Pardon, Sam?
Pretty excited for this.
Yeah. This is new, and I think it's probably going to be another one to add into our repertoire. Another great chicken recipe. Can't go wrong with that. Okay, just washing up my hands. Oh, also guys, yesterday, so one of our customers comes to pick up his food and he's like, oh shoot, like I forgot to bring you guys something from home. And I was like, no, like I don't think you forgot anything of ours. And he's like, no, I gotta bring you guys something back. So rips home with his food, comes back like 5 minutes later with this beautiful piece of a king salmon. So Zach's grandpa, I don't know if you guys remember us saying, but he went like up north on the island on his own, by the way. This guy is 85. Had a heart attack, what, this year, Sam? Yeah, had a heart attack this year. And then comes back with this beautiful piece of king salmon. Like, look at the thickness on that fillet. He's like, just a little treat for you guys. It's like, what? So pumped on that. We got coho, we got king salmon. Paul also said that David caught a 53-pound halibut by himself. Like, he is nonstop. That's why we take care of our friends, Bonkman, because they always take care of us. It is so kind of him. Yeah, we don't ask for it. Okay, we're doing a nice little kind of salt crust on our chicken.
There's only been one time I asked Zach for fish, and that's when your brother was here.
Yeah, that's true, Sam. Yeah, we never ask them for fish. That's the thing. It's always just like given to us. Even though they always say, they're like, if you guys ever run out, just let us know. No, like, I don't know. Sam and I, we can't do that. Like, we don't like to ask for things. But doing trades and stuff is what we're all about. Okay, I'm just going to grab actually these legs together. And just, I want to do the back as well, but I don't want to disturb our little salt crust. So this is just going to look a bit funny right now. Boom. Oh, you're still dreaming about the coho that we cooked up on Friday? That was absolutely, like I said, probably, other than the fish that I caught myself, the freshest I've ever had. Zach's like, you guys want 4 fillets of coho that were just out of the water 2 hours ago? Yeah. See you in 5 minutes. 7 minutes, sorry. Sorry, 7 minutes. Yeah, Dust, Greek lives where we used to live, in Vancouver. It's freaking awesome. Orange Crayon, thanks for the follow. And hi, Joyce Rainbow Art. Another streamer, guys. An art streamer. Can we get a shout out for Joyce as well? I hope you're having a lovely Sunday too.
She's visiting this toy.
Oh, okay. Let's pop our chicken into the oven. It is hot and ready for us. And I'm gonna set 15-minute interval timers for us. So we probably will have 3 of those. So 45 minutes total cooking time. I just want to watch how the chicken is browning up though. It's really important for me to have this like beautiful golden brown skin at the end of this. I'm also gonna put that in the middle oven rack. 15 minutes on the clock. And now, let's do our beet salad. So we're gonna roast that chicken until it is reading anywhere from like 145 Fahrenheit to 155 Fahrenheit with a digital thermometer, and then it'll rest up. Yeah, I'm good with that. I was thinking about maybe getting the leeks started, but I don't think we have to. Okay. I'm not gonna wear gloves for this. Let's see how it goes. Kind of low on the temps. So that's the thing, LoJack, is a lot of people are told you have to cook the meat, especially like chicken or pork, to 165 Fahrenheit. So that's well done temperature. But the thing that they don't teach the home cooks, sadly, is that meat has carryover cooking time. So for about 10 minutes after you take the meat out of the oven or like off of the heat, it's still gonna rise about 10 to 15 more degrees. So that's why we take it off at like 145 to 155 Fahrenheit. So it rests up to that perfect juicy temperature. And that's how you eliminate dry chicken. Yeah, purple fingers coming in. Hello, Buckaroo. Good to see you. What? Joyce is cooking zucchini today as well? Exciting. 'Tis the season, isn't it? Okay, so the skin should literally just like peel off for us. There we go. Once you get it started, should be pretty effortless. And yeah, I just kind of like run my finger along and then it just slides off. And we're left with like this beautiful ruby colored vegetable. And I'm gonna try and do this quick so I don't have like super purple hands. Super purple. Stacy Lou! Christopher Collects was going to raid you, but it was showing as offline? What? Yeah, that's okay. And also, hello, Stacy Lou. I don't know why it was showing offline. Yeah, we did have a funny little bot come in today. I don't know if that affected how things are on Twitch, but it is solved now. That was a first. One for the books. I know, our Sunday little coin crew, right? First one done. And you know what I like to do? So if we take all the peels out of this, look at all that juice down there. That's what I make like the base of the beet salad dressing with. Save that seasoned olive oil. So we'll just pour that into a container instead of pouring it into the garbage or down the sink. He had amazing finds with Olympics and Paddington bears. That's awesome. Thanks for letting me know, Stacy. Yeah, I'm always intrigued by what he can find. There we go. Red hands for the next month. Now, I was saying earlier, Torino, that my hands don't really get stained by the beets because I wash them so often. Witchcraft, I tell ya. Winnie the Pooh bear coins are coming out soon, but don't know if they'll be put into circulation. I loved Winnie the Pooh when I was young. Little Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore. And look at how thin the peel is too when we're peeling this off the beets now. Compared to if you use like a vegetable peeler, you'd be taking about 3 times as much of that off to start. It's really satisfying peeling it at this stage as well. And then yeah, just like the stem part will completely come off as well. That is it. Wasn't really much juice in that package. Do I remember Nanalan? I don't remember Nanalan. What's that? It must be a Canadian thing, I'm gonna assume. Okay, I need to pop this window open. Give me a sec. Yeah, red hands for a bit. Nope. Still not. Still getting away with it. Thank you, Stacy Lou, for that host. It was a strange Canadian cartoon puppet show when we were kids. Yeah, I do not remember that one. You know what, though? I didn't watch a ton of shows when I was young. Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of TV. Like, I was not even a Sesame Street kid. Shocking. Maybe we were good with that smaller bowl. Okay, now get to cut up all the beets. And let's reuse our original beety board that we started with today. Well, we haven't dirtied it at all. Protect our wooden cutting board. It's actually true, Bonkman. Sorry, my days were busy watching Martha Stewart. Okay. If there's any bits that you think you might want to like trim off, you can still do that at this point. And then what I'm gonna do is actually cut it in half this way. So you open it up like that. Look at this beaut. What a beaut. And then it's quite large, so I'm gonna go actually in like thirds. And then we're just gonna make nice bite-sized pieces of beet. Also, you can tell by me cutting this, the beet is not mushy at all. It's almost like al dente, where it still has just a touch of crunch. And I think that is like one of the best ways to cook the beets. Leave a little bit of texture in there. If I had to pick one 80s cartoon that Nike said was his fave, he'd have to say Dungeons and Dragons. That was a cartoon. I had no idea that that started with a cartoon, followed by Transformers, then G.I. Joe.
Transformers is so good.
Smurfs for you, Dust? Okay, guys, I'm trying to think. I think it was like Rugrats, Reboot for me. Sam didn't think I was a Reboot one? And obviously, The Simpsons. Bonkman was a Looney Tunes kid. Okay, me too. Me too. I was like big into that one. Hey. It fell in a little hole. Now we're gonna have a stained board. Of course, of all the spots, right? Just a little boop. Okay, this one's like really wide, so let's go into 3. It's crazy how that's still steaming on the inside. It's still cooking. That's what I mean. Because your dad loved the Roadrunner cartoon, Bonkman? Wow. Your entire family is a Reboot and Batman the Animated Series fanatic? That's super cool, Mythical. Trev, you for sure could use beets as a base for ice cream. But you know what they do in like the baking uses is you buy beet powder. Is they take the beet, they dry it and make it into a powder, so you just get like the coloring. You don't really get too strong of the flavor. Success. No purple hands. Fun fact, in India, they use turmeric as hair dye. Super cool, Greek. Yeah. Well, that's exactly where like all of the natural or all of our dyes originally came from. It's all natural uses. That'd be good, Trev. I think I actually did something with beets and like ice cream or sorbet when I was in culinary school. When we were taking like our restaurant class, so we had like, it was called Ernest Restaurant, where people would come in and eat. So get this, like we're paying to go to school and the school is making money off of the students from the restaurant. Like that was always so funny to me. But yeah, when we were in that class, you needed to make the amuse-bouche, so something to like excite the palate. And one time I did a tomato basil sorbet and it was so good. So good. So I was the one that would like always play around with the crazy flavors, and I just loved the ice cream machine. It was like one of the massive $20,000 ones. Take advantage of the equipment when you have it at hand. So thanks, culinary school. I know this stained Greek. I told you it would stain forever. All right, now these are all cut up. Let's marinate them. Some balsamic vin. I want to chop up some mint to put in there. But first, our chicken timer is about to go off. So that's the first 15 minutes. Ooh, it really does yield like a really nice brown, golden brown skin. I'm just gonna give this a little rotation. Looking good. Okay, another 15 on the clock. Definitely nowhere near being cooked. So I'm just gonna go grab mint real quick. Minty mint. A little mint goes a long way. There we go, 3 little mint leaves. This is chocolate mint is the variety. What is Sam doing? He is playing Far Cry 5?
Yeah.
Far Cry 5? Oh, Trev, you have an ice cream machine. Haven't fired it up this year. Keyword yet. Right? Yeah, you don't bleach the wood. So what I would do for this, like even after stream, usually if I'm chopping herbs, you can see my little green patch always. So scrub with just soap and water, and then we use the bench scraper, and then we just scrape that, and then we wipe it off, and then I rinse out the cloth, give it one more rinse over, let that dry completely. And then something like a board cream or like a oil is what I use. And then that does help like condition the wood and help it not stain as much. Okay, so next thing, we are going to get into our mint. Slice it in half lengthwise. Yeah, everyone does it differently, Trev. I can't bring myself to use the salt on the board. So I just use soap and water, and I have found that works great. But yeah, salt and lemon is like a great natural way. I just want to also make sure that I'm being like as food safe as possible, Trev. So like keeping it antibacterial and stuff. Whereas I find like probably the lemon and salt just won't be quite strong enough. I'll sprinkle our mint over. And now, I can pour those juices over. There's people doing stuff outside, Greek. That's why you can hear some like little outdoor sounds in the background. For allergies and whatnot, no, just to like, I don't know, keep the cross-contamination down, I guess. I like to use soap and water compared to lemon. Just like in case I accidentally touch my wooden board with like a raw piece of chicken one time, I know that the lemon is not gonna disinfect that, right? Okay, so Trev has separate boards for bread, vegetable, cooked meat, and raw meat. I don't think you're too finicky, man. I mean, that's why I mostly just use this one for veggies, sometimes like baking things. But yeah, never raw meat on here, ever.
The white one's for raw meat.
Yeah. Okay, nice little drizzle. Drizzle drizz. And then a little bit of olive oil to help it coat. And then I love black pepper with beets. And then we will still need a touch of salt too. That's why I was kind of trying the beets as I was cutting them up. None of them were over seasoned. Yum. Nice thing about wooden boards is that they absorb moisture and naturally kill bacteria in time. They what? Over time it naturally kills it? I've not heard of that one. That is loco. Heard rosemary oil is antibacterial, antiviral, and antiseptic. Also heard it's wonderful for cleaning. Yeah, like lemon and rosemary. So good. Okay, carefully give this a little toss around. Whew, almost had a beet overboard. Let's try it now. Love the mint. A wooden board is better for meats than plastic, as plastic cuts and allows bacteria to fester, though plopping it in the dishwasher probably kills that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, make this salad at Halloween. Beets are such a good one to make at Halloween, right? Nice dark color. It's almost like the color of blood. All right, that is as much as we have to do to this one. It is as simple as that. So your choice now, whether you want to serve this cold or lukewarm. I think I'm just gonna set it aside. Let it marinate back there. Okay. Switching things up now, and we're heading to the stovetop to do some cooking. So beet salad, check. Only thing we have left, do our melted leeks and cook our zucchini fritters. Yeah, it was a little bit more salt nakey that I put on there. Just found that it didn't have quite enough. Plus beets are so sweet that you gotta counteract all the sweetness too. Okay, we will use some of the olive oil, and then I'm just gonna grab a bit of butter out. For the leeks. Getting our Our nice braiser out. I'm gonna turn that guy on. Okay, stove cam, you're being like that again today, hey? Bit too warm for you in here? You can't take the heat, stove cam. I hate to tell you. Might have to get out of the kitchen. Oh, welcome back, stove camera. Sorry, I just had to wake him from his nap. Okay, turning that on to, yeah, let's say like a medium high heat to start. Yeah, my banana is starting to look less green now. We have these two that are ready for our smoothie tomorrow morning, and then hopefully, yeah, these will catch up for Tuesday. You're not a fan of watermelon? I love watermelon. I know, yeah, snake eye. That's the only thing you have to remember is after you eat the beets, the next time you go to the bathroom, you're not dying.
Yeah.
You're not dying. Sam always gets himself with that. He's like, oh. And then he's like, oh yeah, I had beets. Okay, so to start with the leeks in the pan, we actually don't want to start with butter because it will eventually burn. It has a lower smoke point. So I like to start with some grapeseed oil. So just enough to cover. And then I also want to grab some white wine. Because that's how I make my melted leeks. And then I think when these are done in here, I'm probably just gonna transfer them to a little pot to stay warm on this side. Or actually into a little pan, and then I can just keep them warm in the oven while we finish our fritters. Reminds you of the time you fed the kids borscht when they were babies and the ex thought they were bleeding? Yeah, look on her face was priceless. Hilarious. One of your pet peeves is having a sticky face, Annie. Too many bad memories of having sticky face when eating a watermelon. Oh man. Holy, that chicken is browned up. Wow, there's some crazy stuff happening in there right now. I don't think I've ever seen chicken with that color of skin. I might like flip it over. I think we might flip it. Okay, give me 30-second break. I'll be right back, guys. Hold tight. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, nice little wisp of smoke off of that. So just drop one leek in. If it's sizzling, we can drop the rest. So this is on a medium-high heat right now, just because as soon as we drop the leek in, it's gonna cool off the pan. So keep that heat higher to start. Got some coloring going on there. Leeks are friends with potatoes? Yeah. There's also quite a bit of liquid in the leek, so that's what we gotta wait to cook out. But they do cook quite quickly. Okay, now that those are going, we gotta get into this chicken. I wanna show you guys what's happening. Looking absolutely fab though. I don't think I've ever seen a roast chicken with this crispy of skin. What? Like, look at this. Absolutely insane. So what I was gonna say is maybe I wanna flip it over to get the underside browned. It's so nice. Buttermilk. Hey yo, cooking koalas, how are you? I just don't want to really disturb that, but I think we should flip it. Sam thinks so too. You don't think so? But the back side of the legs. Sam's worried that it's gonna make it soggy, but I think we gotta do this. Okay, I'm gonna go another 10 because it browned up in like 10 minutes. Or even 8 minutes, and then we'll check it at that point. It's like a Sammy tan. Yeah, we're almost at the resting stage, cooking koalas. We're almost there. What did we put on the skin? All we did, Stops, was marinated in buttermilk, lemon zest, sesame oil, and salt and pepper just overnight. And we're just roasting it at 475 Fahrenheit. Yeah, you literally just missed the beet salad. We just finished mixing it up and it's just marinating on the side. But all we did, roast the beets in foil, peel them, cut them up, marinate them with balsamic vinegar, olive oil, mint, salt and pepper. Look at these leeks, guys. I like when they have a bit of color on them. But we don't want to go too dark, so that's maybe a bit too much. You do have to babysit them a bit. As you can see, they brown very quickly. Much more delicate than an onion. I'm actually gonna turn this down now to a medium-low heat. Let this cook in the oil. And then I'm also gonna put in our couple of butter nubs here. That's about a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt in, and then we'll add the white wine to finish it off. And that's what'll give it like the melted kind of feel. The leeks will really start to soften up and get saucy. I'm being picky. Toasted sesame oil in your ramen? So good, Bonkman. That was the chimkin from yesterday. Yeah, exactly, Greek. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's pour like a 1/4 cup of white wine into here. Let that slowly simmer. And then we'll be frying up our fritters. So for the fritters, I'm just gonna take a plate and line it with paper towel because I know they're gonna have to drain out some excess oil. Get prepared for that. Leeks are so good, especially with chicken, I would say. Chicken and leek combo. Delish. And then the only thing we gotta add to these that we haven't yet is a little bit of salt. And you don't need much salt to season the leek. Really doesn't take too much. Trying to decide what to eat. You've never eaten leeks. They're like a very mild onion. Yeah, very, very mild. Had a leek potato soup. That is one of the best combos, I think, as well. Potato leek soup. I've had so many good variations of that. Yeah, it's so good, hey? That's a great place to start if you're like, oh, I want to try leeks. Okay, so our wine is like almost all cooked out. Just want to try a little spoonful of this right now, see where it's at. A bit more salt. The leeks are like almost softened. I'm actually gonna transfer them to this little pot and I'm just gonna let them slowly, slowly simmer on the back burner for us. I'm kind of switching up how we're doing things. But I think they just need a little bit longer and I don't want to keep using this pan because this is where we gotta fry our fritters. Turn that on to a nice low heat. Clean up our pan here. And then all I'm gonna do is just wipe out that pan with a touch of paper towel because we don't want any of the liquid from the wine. So now we're starting to shallow fry. So now we come in with our grapeseed oil and we want, maybe a 1/4 inch? A 1/4 inch worth in the pan. I think that should be perfect. A random potato has been summoned. Hello, revolving potato. How are you? Swiss potato? Whoa. I've never heard of that. This is my favorite, like one of my favorite pans ever, Swilliams. Absolutely love cooking with it. Also want to show you guys. So look at what has happened as our fritter mixture has been sitting. I'm actually just gonna get rid of some of that liquid. We don't need that where we're going. So that's why I also like to let the mixture rest just a bit more before cooking. You never know what you're gonna get. That was a good idea to flip the chicken, guys. All I'm gonna do at this point gonna do 2 more minutes, and then I think we're resting. 1, 2. And the chicken can rest while we finish off the fritters. Okay, I'm gonna just prepare our chicken resting station. Actually, we don't need to do that because it will just rest on the sheet pan. And that is so easy. Nike. He's gotta say, this last 2 years of getting to know you and Sammy and meeting these wonderful people in chat that have been here for a while has had an impact on my life, and I love you guys for it. Not only do you make really good food, you let us be us, even wild ones like you. It's true. Yeah, I try to be really lenient with you guys and express yourselves, because that's also how we get to know you, right? So thank you so much, man, for those kind words. We definitely feel the same. And I love to read those things too. Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. Just want to test a little piece of the fritter mixture here and see how our oil is. We want it to be like 325 Fahrenheit-ish. But I think if we drop the mixture in and it sizzles like that, I think we should be able to start the rest, right? Like that was our little tester piece. Probably just mix it back in. But before that happens, the chicken timer is about to go off. I'm gonna prepare our resting station right there. Yeah, you've only been here a year, Greek, but it always feels like so much longer. Enraged Badger, good to see you. You've never made courgette fritters with feta. You should try it. I know what you mean when you say courgette. Dun, no, no, no. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back over. We resting. I'm just like feeling all the parts. We're definitely resting. Looks beautiful. And that means the oven can come off. Thank goodness. Okay, we have 15 minutes to do our frits. So I'm thinking about 3 fritters or so per plate. So portion them out accordingly. I don't like to make them too big either. Oh, that sounds good. Music to our ears. And they are a bit delicate. But we did test it and it did stay together, so. When you drop them in the pan, just know that we're not gonna touch it for a bit. Be confident in your drop. The oil looks a little bit hot, so I'm just gonna push it off of the heat for a sec while I finish the rest of the fritters. Plus, we are cooling it down as we're adding the fritters to the pan. So, as always, the first one's gonna cook quicker than the rest. Oh, that's a hot, hot burner. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Those are looking good. Back on. Let's get a spatula. What is this? Oh my gosh, what? Turn around to a Norge's slam of subs. My man. That's an oh yeah for sure. 50 gifted subs? Welcome in, guys. It's a little bit hectic right now and it is hot, hot, hot. But we're cooking some delicious foods. Thank you so much, Norges, as always. Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, because I don't want to take that away, or like I don't want to take away from what's happening on the stove. I'm just gonna like mute those for a bit, okay? But welcome in, guys. All new subs. Holy smokes. I want to check this middle frit. It actually didn't get too dark. And you can tell the oil's settled down a bit now. It's pretty perfect color. Norges, how have you been? So if you guys don't know who Norge's store is, he's been with the stream for a long, long time. And yes, he loves to drop in, gift like a bunch of subs to the community. And yeah, plays a very large part of how the channel has grown over the years. Yeah, almost 2 years. Guys, how do you gift subs? How do you gift subs, friends? We have many gifted or sub gifters in chat that I'm sure could easily let you know how to do that. Oh, that's right though. Sorry. Okay, Buckaroo is from Mixer, guys. So how do you gift subs on Twitch? We got to teach our Mixer folks that have come over. Got to take care of them. It really is quite simple, isn't it? Oh, you're going out again fishing on the 29th. Is there a certain fish you guys are looking to catch? And yeah, that's the thing. So if you guys don't know Norges, he is a fisherman up in Norway. And well, he actually taught me a few things when we were cleaning cod not too long ago. I'm gonna turn up the heat on our oil just a bit now. Because here's the thing with zucchini, not the same as potato pancakes. It's much more delicate and it doesn't take as long to cook. So these will fry up a lot quicker than a potato pancake will. Our leeks are melting away. Yeah, Norges, sorry guys. Norges will not share his trade secrets on gifting subs. Is it like the deadliest catch? I wonder. Okay, pollock and cod is on the menu, you believe? So cool. So you just head out. This is what we're aiming to catch. What are the fritters again? Zucchini and feta. Zucchini and feta. And I'm gonna say our middle one is done. Let's add one more into the middle. Keep this going here. Beautiful. zucchini with a little bit of yellow squash. Yeah, 2 different types of the zucchini. Cooking for just me and Sammy tonight. Yep, it's just me and Sammy cooking koalas. We did our food for friends yesterday on stream. We did our pork on a bun for everyone. Okay, that one is done. Actually, I'm gonna take this guy out. And this guy. Flip those ones. Give them a little flip. And then we'll fill up the rest of the pan. These are actually really simple to make. And I love how they're staying together. And I think the feta kind of keeps it nice and light. Doesn't make it like super heavy. The last few are pretty juicy, so I'm just trying to squeeze out as much of the liquid as I can. Okay, grab these other 2 pancakes out, or fritters, whatever you want to call them. All right, last one going in. And it is a little bit small, so it'll probably cook pretty quick. Done. Flip in the middle guy. Whew. Okay, our oil is hot again. All right, guys. I think it's time to start thinking about plating. Because there is some saucy items today, I'm gonna go with a rimmed plate. Yeah, she browning. Hi, Dongs for thee. Good to see you as well. Yeah, spaghetti squash is so filling. You are right when you say that. This pan is nice and cooled off as well. All things on deck. Just gotta get the sauce from the fridge. Gonna flip these guys. If it's ready, maybe not yet. People have Twitch accounts from 2009. I have no idea. Not the right show to watch when you haven't eaten for many hours. Self-harm, it is. I think you're right, Norges. You should know by now, though. You should know this, that you have to come with a snack in hand. You're gonna watch Cook with Kate. Okay, let's let those finish up. And we here. We here with our chimkin. Our buttermilk roasted chimkin. Yeah, Twitch used to be Justin TV, friends. Marco Polku, thanks for that follow. As well as Simply Noodle, welcome in. Welcome, friends. Okay, so let's take the legs off, the breasts off. It's still like really hot, even though it's been sitting there while we're cooking our fritters. Holy. Are you ready? Like, we need to zoom in on this. Me getting into this leg. I don't know if you can see the amount of juice that's just sitting in this pocket. Do you see that? That's juicy. That's why we do buttermilk. We roasted this today, Dust. I've never roasted chicken at this temperature before. 475 Fahrenheit. Yeah, nice high heat. And that's how we got the nice color as well. Yeah, it looks incredible, hey? Okay, so keep cutting down along here, and then we have our hip bone. So cut around that. Oh my gosh, it's just falling apart, seriously. We'll do the same with the other side, and then we'll probably just be able to pull this out of the socket. Really gently, though. Really, really gently. Where's my tongs? So don't want to disturb the skin too much. Flip that up. And you just open that, and then you should be able to just pull it off. Beautiful. And that's always a good telltale sign that you perfectly cook the chicken if you can just pull it out. Pull the bones apart. Viyun? Could it be? Our world traveler? Yes, please. Hi, Viyun. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying the day wherever you're at. Viyun is back? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's at. Okay, just taking our last 4 fritters out of the pan here. Yum. You're on mobile, so no shouting today. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Scooter Beach. Good to see you as well. Okay, do we want the chicken breast? I think so. Just to see. Also, how good does that wing look? Maybe I just want the wing actually. I'm going for the leg and the wing. Because that was way too perfect as well. I love how the skin turned out, hey? I love that. Okay, we'll do one breast off for you guys. Plus those fritters are rocking hot right now anyway, so we can't get into them quite yet. Okay, so slide your knife alongside the breastbone, and then you should be able to just kind of open it up. This is really hot still, so I'm trying not to touch it as much as possible. Let's come do one more cut down there, and then slowly kind of guide the chicken off the rib cage. That is the wishbone. There's all your chickeny parts. Perfectly cooked and juicy. So juicy. Just wow. Charles Bronson, thanks for that follow. Oh, chicken oysters? Don't even get me started. I love chicken oysters, but those are just for me. Okay, first things first, on the plate, we're starting with our fritters. Will you eat the chicken skin? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, yeah, look how these turned out. So nice. So like I said, around three per plate. And I think I'm just gonna stack them up like that. Kind of lay them out. I think actually I want to do this one on the bottom. Because this other one, I like its little wispy, crispy edges there. Boom. Okay, Sam, if you're hungry, now is the time. Next thing from us, gonna grab these melted leeks off the stove top now. It's been slowly simmering away. Grab a little pile of those. I think I'm just gonna pop it right there. And before we put the chicken down, I do want to get the beet salad on, just because once we plate the beets, like we can't really move them because they're gonna stain the plate. So give that a toss up again. A good amount of veggies in this meal today. Just realized we don't really have a heavy starch, but it's summertime. I don't like to eat like really heavy stuff. Maybe 2 more pieces. It's always difficult to plate beets. The hardest one for sure. Just clean that up before we take a photo. And then let's come in with, let's do this chicken leg. Kind of nestle it in with the leeks, I think, and then just sitting on top of the fritter. Pile that back up. I want to pour a little bit of this juice over everything if I can, because it looks so good. A little bit of chicken jus. Okay, we're almost there. Clean up the beets. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out a bit more, and then there we go. Our sauce is gonna go right there. Right there. Just organizing the plate properly. So this is our chive buttermilk sour cream sauce with just a little bit of lemon and salt in there. Yeah, beets on white looks so good. See what I mean? How it's gonna make the beet juice run, but I wanted to keep it away from the fritters, so that's why I put the sauce there. Kind of makes a barrier, right? Like that. And then I think we need like one more thing. So let me pop outside. Grab some kind of edible garnish for us. Maybe some cilantro flowers. Looks really great. And nasturtium. Oh, hi, bee. Hi, little honeybee. Because there was coriander in the zucchini fritters. There we go. This is gonna look so beautiful. Got that contrast of color now. And I don't think we need the nasturtium. We're gonna leave this in all of its glory. Just grabbing my phone. You like the look of the beet juice on the edge? I know, I always like how it kind of creeps up. That's a very simple one. I wish there wasn't as much cooking inside for this one because I got really hot today, but this would be great for like a rainier or cooler day. One of those stormy days that some of you guys are having right now. There we go. Lovely. Maybe one more from this side too. We gotta get all the angles. Perfect. I'm grabbing a fork and a knife, I guess. I suppose. Hi, Cooking Girl, as well as Maya. Welcome back. Mvula, thank you for that follow. And Ingrediology. I'm sorry I missed your 100 biddies earlier. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drizzle lots of olive oil in the sauce, toothpick smear, and then take a pick. Oh, I don't know. I don't really plate like that ever, but that sounds really beautiful. I want to try this first because that's supposed to be like crispy, and the longer it sits in the sauces, the softer it's gonna get. And I'm also the most like kind of intrigued by our fritters. But yeah, please never be afraid to suggest something when plating. I love your guys' thoughts. What? It tastes like a spanakopita. Sam, you gotta try this right now. Oh man. Like seriously, spanakopita vibes. The crunch of the crust. For some reason, the like garlicky zucchini and then the feta, totally spanakopita flavors. We did not poach the chicken, Cooking Girl. It was just marinated in buttermilk overnight. Okay, that's delicious. Now, if we just pull our chicken right off of the bone, like that. I love how the skin just like stayed on though. This is also why we do buttermilk marinade. Falling off the bone. Some of that. Some of the leeks. Get that chicken skin on there. And then I just want a bit of sauce in that bite. See where we go. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Get the hit of the wine in the leeks, which is a nice little bit of acidity to cut like the richness from the chicken and the sauce. The chicken is perfectly seasoned and super, super tender. First streamer to pronounce mvula right? Yes. Cha-ching. Definitely comfort food, yeah. The chicken? How good is that? I don't really taste the sesame oil from the marinade, but maybe it's like hidden in there as like the secret nuttiness that we're just not getting with all of this. The beets are a nice little palate cleanser for sure. Do you think it tastes like spanakopita, Sam?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It is hot. Oh, what? Dust Pirate. Thanks so much, man, for gifting the sub to Swilliams, another food and drink streamer. Welcome in, Swilliams. It underlies the umami flavor of the chicken. Yes. That's like a good little secret that maybe we shouldn't tell everyone, Bonkman. Whenever you're marinating chicken, just put a bit of sesame oil in with it. I think I might do that from now on. I can't stop eating these fritters. The sauce was so simple. It is also linked on the recipe command. Sour cream, buttermilk, chopped chives. I added a little bit of lemon juice to it as well, and then just salt. That's it. Mmm. This is one of the best chickens, like roasted for sure. Best chicken roasting recipe, at least one of them. I was trying to think about that, Annie, if we could do like a gluten-free version of the fritters. Probably. I would say rice flour would be your best bet as a binder in there. Tiny bit of honey on the chicken. Whoa. I don't know if it needs the sweetness. Honey would be really awesome, Bonkman, if we had like a spicy kind of vegetable side dish. Maybe if we spiced up the fritters or something. But the beets are gonna be too sweet, I think, if we add honey at this point. And yeah, originally she did the chicken recipe with just chicken legs, so you don't have to do it whole. I just wanted to see how the breast would come out too, and Sam said it's delicious. Why are we not spicing up the beets? We could make them spicy for sure. For sure. Hi, Joshua Klein. Great to see you today. Wow, friends, we crushed it. As always, I like to keep our Sundays around like 3 hours together, start to finish, showing you guys some delicious food along the way. I'm happy with how everything turned out. Excuse me. Sam is actually playing Hearthstone, so that's why he's going like back and forth right now. Next time, chicken in the green egg. Yeah, I can't wait to try this. Buttermilk marinade chicken. We'll cook it in the green egg instead outside. Keep us nice and cool. Yep, Hearthstone, Greek. Hearthstone. Okay, guys. Do we have an idea for a raid? Oh, Bone Dry is playing Hearthstone as well. Nice. Jess Cook It, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Is playing Undermine. Titan, if you can make it here, by all means, raid our fridge for the pork. We have more than enough. Okay, I'm finding someone. Oh, I know what it is. Do we feel like some hot dogs today?
Yeah, let's do some.
LA street dogs and AKA danger dogs, dog. I'm in. That's a Josh Elkin stream right now. He was in earlier with us. Yeah, hot dogs. Let's do it. Let's do it. Beware of late night bear snacks. Yes. Yes. Fionn, I'm so happy you were able to catch this too. I can't believe you were able to, even though you weren't at home. So thank you for that. Okay, I'm hitting it. My people, thank you so much for the wonderful week of streams. Stay tuned on like the partner info. I'm still checking my emails daily. And yeah, we're just being patient about it all. It's still in review, the application. So as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know on what's happening. Other than that, I hope we inspired you to make some delicious food for yourself. Yeah, next week, Bonkman. That's what we're waiting for. And stay safe, stay healthy wherever you are, especially my USA folks. Other than that, I don't know what we're gonna make yet next week. So stay tuned for that as well. I'll try and post it on like Wednesday on Discord and on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you, friends. Especially today, well, Norge's store gets a special shout out for gifting 50 subs to the community. And then thank you to everyone else who has also supported in any way possible.
Bye, everyone. See you next Friday.
I'm hitting that button, guys. Gonna go eat this, give myself some energy for a bike ride later. Take care. Love you all. And stay safe.